Hello friends, welcome to another game, quick match game of Heroes of the Storm. On the right side, on the red team, I am playing Abathur. Looks like a mirror match. The other team has an Abathur as well. On my team I have Alex Straza, played by my girl, Whiff Wolf. She's over there drawing right now, an amazing artist. Follow her on Instagram. What's her tag again? Do you not want to talk about that? She's kind of shy.
Fox and Fern Fables.
Fox and Fern Fables on Instagram. Alright, anyways, let's get into it. Nazeebo, played by Metherin. Semiro by Little Fella. Alarak by Foe. PHO. Is that pronounced Pho? Pho. Okay, they like that Korean food. Korean food? Thai food? Vietnamese food. Alright, on the opposite team on the left, the Li Ming is played by MDX Rush. Stukov by Liam. Junkrat by Shin Kagan. The Butcher by Okeechobee. And Abathur by Lazy Titan. Alright, so to begin, if there's ever an enemy Abathur, I always kind of wait to see what they pick for their talents. The first talent kind of determines which build they're going. They're choosing Hat build, which is probably a good build for this small 3-lane map, the Spider Caverns. I am going Siege build. Keep my buddies alive here. Lots of low health. Whoa. Alright, Nazeebo's gonna hearth back, heal up. So the objective of this map is to turn in 50 gems first. Enemy team is holding 8 gems down here in the bottom right. We are holding 4. Whoever turns them in to this top turn-in spot, this little nest looking thing, or this bottom one, whoever turns in 50 first, gets an army of spiders going down each lane to destroy the enemy's towers, forts, and walls, and minions. It is risky to hold a lot of gems, because if you die, you drop them all. Your enemy or your teammates can pick those up if they're quick enough. Otherwise, they disappear forever. We have a fierce battle going on down here at the bottom. Semiro trying to push Junkrat back. So it's basically 4 teammates fighting 4 enemies with a hat on each. Because Abathur can't really do much damage. You can slap a little bit, but nothing substantial. Alright, Nazeebo tried to turn in those 9, but as you can see, Junkrat was poking him with those grenades. You have to channel for about 4 seconds to turn in, so if you get interrupted with damage, you won't be able to turn in. So it's best to push the enemy back as far as you can and quickly turn in. So we're gathering the red gems, enemy team's gathering the blue ones. Junkrat's being very pesky right now. But if Nazeebo can land a few good spider throws, might be able to take him out. It's getting close though. Oh boy. Both are at pretty low health. We have teammates from both sides coming to reinforce. Alright, the enemy team already has 17 turned in, and they have 30 that they're pocketing. So we're a little bit behind there. Alright, level 4 talents have popped up. Enemy Abathur has chosen Adrenal Overload, and so have I. That gives whoever you're providing a symbiote for attack speed bonus of 25%. Almost got leaving. She just barely got away. Ooh, and Nazeebo saw Abathur, but he was able to slither away to safety. But not quick enough to save their healer. Lost a few gems there. Every time you as a hero dies, no matter how many gems you're holding, you drop at least 3 for the enemy team to pick up. Alright, the enemy team was able to turn in their 50 gems before we were, so their army of spiders are coming down each lane. So you want to try to quickly take those out as fast as possible before they do severe damage to your walls and towers. Alarak is working on the spider on the top lane. The Wolf Wolf transforming into a dragon. Throwing some fire damage down on this middle spider. Looks like it's about to get taken out, and it falls. And I'm down here in the bottom lane, so I get behind the tower for safety. This is a pretty risky spot. Once the walls fall, someone can hurry and dive in and take me out. So I get nervous and burrow to safety to the north lane. Alright, that was an okay push. They did manage to take out walls and towers, but not any forts. Once we get to level 7, oh, the Abathur on the enemy team and myself, we both picked the Mule talent. The Mule talent is a repair bot, so if you have damage on your walls or towers, you can drop a repair bot to slowly replenish their hit points, as long as they're not completely destroyed. Ooh. Some fierce fighting going on. Butcher keeps targeting Alexstrasza. They lose Stukov. Let's see where the Butcher is as far as the meat stacks. 101 out of 200. So you want to focus Butcher early game as much as possible. Keep him dying so that he keeps losing those meat stacks. Once he reaches 200, he doesn't lose them anymore. And he has a pretty powerful attack at that point. Trying to keep this tower alive here. With the repair bots on both sides, you can expect this game to probably go on a little bit longer than normal. Alright, we finally got our 50 gems turned in. Now it's our turn for our spiders to attack. Alright, there's nobody contesting the spiders on the top. It's going to drop an energy wave. Some of these towers and walls. Oh, this is not a good position. For Alarak, he gets cornered and he falls. Excuse me. Oh, and we have the Eba clone. Alright, we just barely reached level 10. Enemy Abathur picked the evolution, the ultimate evolution. That was why we saw two butchers fighting. I picked the monstrosity for siege. So far it seems to pay off. We took one of their forts. I burrow my monster away, or at least try to. It gets taken out, unfortunately. Alright, the monster has unlimited duration of life, as long as it doesn't get killed. Ooh, they just lost a lot of gems. That was pretty good. So the monster can cause lots of siege damage and burrow to different sides of the map. The clone has, I think, maybe 15-20 seconds. But it does, I think, 50% more damage than a regular hero. So it's pretty good in team fights. As long as you time it right. Uh-oh. Alexstrasza does get targeted and dive on, but she's able to escape with the help of friendship and love. Alright, we have a camp, a siege giants pushing on the bottom. They're going to probably take this tower, most likely. And this one falls. Oh, almost. Shoot. Repair bot's probably going to sneak over here and... Yep. We got close to taking out that tower. But the repair bot's going to bring it back up. Alright, we're just putting constant pressure on all lanes at this point. We are trying to maintain map control. Whoever has the majority of the map control has an easier time of controlling the turn-in spots here. Alarak keeps poking damage over here. Butcher almost turned in 25. So he's going to try again, most likely. Pretty fierce team fight going on here in the bottom. But we're seeing some amazing heals by Whiffle. Nice. Stukov falls. Butcher clone is up. Oh. Lose Alarak, unfortunately. I have my monstrosity pushing on the top lane, so that forced the Butcher to leave the team fight and try to deal with that. So right now it looks like we're in a pretty good position with the map control, and the Zeebo's doing a lot of pressure on this middle fort here. It's about to take it out. Nice siege damage there. And now I have my monster burrow to the bottom lane, takes out that tower, and it's going to do some pressure on the bottom lane as well. Alright, we've reached level 13. The enemy Abathur has chosen Soma Transference. Every spike kind of heals the hero. And for me, like I said, I'm going siege build, so now I have the Bombard strain of Locusts. They do a lot more damage to structures and to enemy heroes. They shoot like a little projectile. Alright, so far we're keeping all of our forts alive with the help of these repair bots. They have lost 2. So we're in a pretty good position, but their spiders are working their way down the lanes, as you can see on the minimap, to start attacking us. They keep targeting Whiffle, but they're not having much luck taking her out. She's doing pretty good. She's giving me a thumbs up from across the office. Alright, we gotta hurry and take out this bottom spider before it does too much damage to this fort. And I'll be able to drop a repair bot once it's gone. You never want to drop a repair bot in the middle of a bunch of damage going on, because it's pretty fragile little robot and it can get taken out pretty easily. So you want to wait till the enemy heroes or minions get pushed back first. Yeah, those spiders didn't do much. We probably lost a wall here. This is kind of a risky spot for me to be in, but I do have 2 towers protecting me. Looks like right now the enemy Abathur is trying to just maintain some control of this bottom fort and tower. Remember, once a tower falls, then we have catapults pushing down that lane. So on the middle and the top lane, since these forts have fallen, we have every 3rd wave of minions. There's a catapult that comes down with them. Oh! Lost Alarak again. This is not good. Oh! Yeah, I see some good sidesteps, but not quite enough to escape. Unfortunately, Alarak and Nextrauza fall, and so does Nazeebo. Okay. Butcher has 230 meat at this point, so he did reach his quest. I missed when that happened, but it was a while ago. I have the Locust Swarm coming out, putting lots of pressure on the middle lane. We're going to probably maintain this middle fort just fine. Butcher's taking out these bottom siege giants, so we're going to have some pressure on the bottom. I'm going to burrow over here to kind of protect this as much as I can. Aiming is a great siege unit though, but Samuro sneaks through the back door and takes her out. And she drops lots of gems. Nice. Okay. As soon as my cooldown finishes, I'll drop another repair bot here. I'm going to start sneaking around. Now that we've reached level 16, we're both at 17. Now that we've reached level 16, we have some awesome talents that get unlocked. I have the swarm of locusts that I can drop, so I'm going to sneak over here, drop a bunch right over here to start attacking this tower. And these little guys do tons of damage, and they have a pretty good amount of health. The enemy team saw that the locusts are dropped down here, so they know I'm down here somewhere. Junkrat's shooting grenades in all the smoky areas trying to find me. I burrow away just in time before anyone sees me. Now I'm on the top lane. We have spiders working their way down on our side towards the enemies. They quickly take out the bottom spider. And now they're going to rush to try to take out the middle one. We have great map control on the top and middle lane. They're losing towers and walls. While Li Ming is dealing with all of this siege force up here, I've come down and dropped a bunch of locusts down here. So late game Abathur siege build is extremely powerful. So since we've made it to the late game, we have pretty good advantage, I feel. Enemy teams running for their lives. Bunch of ragdolls across the map there. Just love the animation when bodies go flying. Alright. I'm feeling more confident now, so I'm going to sneak up a little bit more. I like to drop mines in these shady, smoky areas just to prevent any enemy heroes from sneaking up on me. I like to hang out in this corner. Drop some locusts. We have the enemy team trying to contest this camp. I don't know if it's worth their lives. They pull back, reclaim the camp, so that's gonna provide some magic shield. You see that little radius there? A magic shield for us. Ooh, nice kill from Alarak. Alright, we have towers, walls, and forts falling left and right from the enemy team. I have a huge force of locusts. I drop a nest right here. Whoa! Junkrat jumped over the wall. He saw me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to escape this. So I pop my monstrosity just because, you know, if I'm going to die anyway, I might as well drop my ultimate ability. So they take me out, but my nest is still alive, still pumping out these little locusts. Stukov has found it, and unfortunately he takes it out. But we do have a huge force pushing from the top here. The enemy, Abathur, has retreated to the safety of the Nexus, providing symbiote hats to his teammates. But we do have constant catapults coming down the top lane. Alright, enemy team has turned in enough gems for another wave of spiders, so this is going to, I just feel, probably just postpone their inevitable demise. Alright, I have 8 seconds left on my death cooldown. As soon as I pop, I'm probably going to burrow down to the bottom. So drop down here, drop the nest again, and drop a huge swarm of locusts, which will easily take out the Spider Queen and assist the siege giants in working their way down the bottom lane. Enemy team is being very aggressive on the middle. We're likely going to lose this fort very soon. But I drop a repair bot. Zebra drops his monster. And our tower almost takes out Stukov. Oh, that was super close. He's got like 5 HP and he's running for his life. We've got a clone butcher, gets taken out. 2 focuses on our dragon. Alexstrasza, but she transforms, heals up just fine. Now that we have level 20s, super dangerous dragon form. I like to take these walls out so I can sneak around easier. Alright, we're pinging for the boss up here. Zebo and Alexstrasza are going to kind of distract them. I'm going to use my monster to distract on the bottom, while the rest of the team secures this boss up here. A very powerful unit. Once we defeat it, it'll work its way down the lane, kind of like a Spider Queen, and do siege damage, minion damage. We're about to secure it, and it's now working its way down the top lane. So the entire team probably has to deal with that and defend on the top lane. Sword of Storms, Storm of Swords. Alright, so they're going to desperately try to deal with that. I drop a bunch of locusts to help assist the boss there. Zebo succeeds in taking out the bottom fort, and all we have left is the middle fort. Zebo is just focusing all of his damage and energy on the Nexus, or the core. Oh, dude, he just timed that just right. That was nice. So Zebo has an ability where he can kind of encapsulate himself into like an ice crystal to protect himself from all damage. So Junkrat's ultimate ability was nullified. I like to drop a nest in this smoky area a lot of times to kind of take out this wall. It's really distracting for the enemy team. So the walls are closing in on our enemies. They have 56% damage, but remember they do have a repair bot, so it's not quite permanent. The enemy team is pushing aggressively on the middle. We do lose Samuro, but they do lose the Butcher. And they lose Junkrat. And they lose Stukov. Lots of gems just falling all over the place. And they disappear forever. So we only need 4 gems, so we're pinging the middle turn-in spot. We turn in enough with Alarak's help. I come over to... Alright, I'm gloating a little bit here, dropping a spray right in the base. Looks like Abathur probably has checked out at this point. But I get brave enough that I just start doing some Slapathur attacks on the core, and that's the end of the game. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let's check out the talents here on this screen, and then also the stats here. Just want to take a moment to thank everyone who played. Thanks for playing. You guys are the ones who keep the game alive and keep it fun. MVP goes to Nazebo, played by Mytherin. Well done. And main healer, that award goes to my girl, Whiff Wolf, with 4 votes.
Aww.
Yeah. Shout out to you, girls.
Duh.
And thanks for watching, guys. Please join us on the next one. Maybe Whiff Wolf will join us again. Bye.